Everyone, welcome to the Catawba Valley Blitz Week 3 Sports Blog. I'm Curtis Sharp alongside Zach Hansley. We're previewing this weekend's Catawba Valley high school football games and as well as the rest of the Southern District 7 football games in the area for this Friday, September 5th, 2014. Zach, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good, Curtis. I'm ready to get to Friday night. How about you?
I'm ready to get to Friday night as well. We're going to be talking about some big games, including the Newton-Conover and Hickory game, which is the game we're going to talk about last. And Zach, as you know, we always save the best for last. Start off with Bandy's High School. They face the Trojans of Chase. This will be the second meeting since these two teams last played in the rugged Midwest 2A Conference back in 2004. The Bandy's Trojans lost to Chase last year, Zach.
We're going to call this the Trojan to Trojan battle. Battle of the Trojans, Kurt.
That's exactly what it's going to be. And they're looking to bounce back from last year's loss to Chase at Chase, and they're at home this weekend. A game that we're going to be keeping our eye on is Bunker Hill and Fred T. Ford, and that could be an upset alert, Zach.
Curtis, I'm taking this one as my upset. I think that Ford will be able to produce their first win this season against a pretty growing Bunker Hill team. Bunker Hill is looking very strong. They're going to give Ford a fit, but I honestly believe that Ford has the weapons. They just need to pull it all together and get this win, Kurt.
Well, I looked in the newspaper. I saw the 57-55 score with St. Stephen's, and it just really surprised me. A high-scoring game. Bunker Hill's defense still having issues getting off the field. Their offense scoring a lot of points. They just are having some issues on the defensive side of the field. As for Fred T. Ford, they've been oh so close the last 2 weeks. Nearly upset Maiden the first week, and then they almost knock off Bandy's last weekend, Zach.
Well, like I said, Kurt, I think that Ford will get their first win this upcoming Friday, and we wish them the best of luck.
North Lincoln tries to go 3-0 as they face East Lincoln. That is a really big rivalry. They call that the Lake Norman rivalry. That is, West Lincoln will battle Cherryville as Cherryville tries to go 2-1 for the first time in a very long time. West Lincoln will try to go to 2-1 as well. West Caldwell, another team in the Southern District 7, will play in its annual Black and Blue rivalry as they face High Brighton this weekend. And of course, High Brighton has owned West Caldwell as of, well, the last 9-10 years, Zach.
That's going to be a very, very tough game for West Caldwell. I know that they're always hurting to get a win. I'm not going to go ahead and pick them for this upcoming matchup. I think that High Brighton will indeed get the W, but it's like I said, it's Football Friday night. Anything can happen. Anybody can have a good day. Anybody can have a bad day, Curtis.
Well, you talk about High Brighton. 67 points they scored earlier in the year and a 67-39 win over West Iredell, the same West Iredell team that Maiden played last Friday night. Also, we've got Newton-Conover and Hickory. This is the big game. Hickory has won 2 of the last 4 meetings. Hickory has not won back-to-back meetings in this rivalry series in a while, other than in the last 2 years. They've been extremely close, 27-25 Hickory, the last time at Newton-Conover in 2012. Then last season, 33-28 Hickory at Frank Barger Stadium at Hickory High School, Zach. This will be probably another close game again, but Hickory has been outscored in its last 2 games by 2 Iredell County opponents by a combined score of 104-46.
And Newton-Conover coming off their dominating start of the season, not letting a team score a single touchdown yet. Could the Red Tornadoes get that first touchdown on them? Guess we'll have to wait and find out Friday night. But like I said, this is going to be our featured game of this week. We're going to break it down for you quickly and what you can expect to see this Friday night. Curtis, how do you think the Hickory Red Tornadoes are going to perform?
Well, they performed a little bit better last weekend against South Iredell. They were able to put up 27 points. Of course, they put up 19 against Statesville. The only problem is they gave up 70 points against Statesville and then turned around and gave up 34 against South Iredell. The problem is Hickory cannot stop anybody, it seems like. So you're playing a bad team in terms of going into a game when you can't stop anybody, because Newton-Conover likes to open it up. They get their offense going. It could be it could spell a lot of trouble for Hickory if they can't find a way to get Newton Conover's offense off the field. Like I said, 70 the first week, 34 the next week, and then Hickory struggling also to put points on the board as well. So that factors into it. And you got Newton Conover, although they may have played two teams that aren't very good, they've outscored two opponents in Chase and Lexington by a combined score of 68-0.
You know, this Newton Conover team has a lot of speed, and they're led by quarterback Cameron Stanley. I actually had an opportunity to talk to Cameron a few weeks ago at the parade. He seems to have very, very good confidence in his team and in himself to finish out this season undefeated, Curtis.
Well, they've got a group of really good athletes. It's more than just Cameron Stanley. You've got Alex Johnson. You've got Tyrell Fleming. You've got a cast of characters on that team that are coming back from a team that just, we talked about this last week, that just wasn't very good, or weren't very good, however you want to put it. So they're going to be better this year, and they're off to a really good start. But these next two non-conference games are going to tell the story.
So, Curtis, going into Friday, what is your final prediction for the Hickory and Newton Conover game?
I'm going Newton Conover 41-24. I think Newton Conover has no problem putting points up on the board. I think Hickory falls behind. They may stay close early on. It may be close. They may try to keep it as close as they can, but I still think at the end of the day, Newton Conover pulls away, scores 40 points, wins 41-24.
You know, I don't believe that Newton Conover is going to blow them out like you said they are. I think it's going to be a 21-14 game. I don't believe that Hickory is going to be able to pull off the win, but I don't think they're going to lay down for this Newton Conover team, Curtis. I think it's going to be a battle of the defense. I think they're going to keep it as low scoring game as possible. They're going to try and contain Newton Conover as much as they can. Well, that's our predictions for y'all, folks. Make sure you tell us what you think about the matchups and what you think the score is going to be. This is Zach Hensley and Curtis Sharp signing off for Catawba Valley Blitz Sportcast.